Hello. Hello. Let's see. Okay, got that on. Got this closed. Hi, guys. Today's title is hubris because that's what we had a lot of, thinking that we had time to grab lunch. Thinking we had time to grab lunch before my stream. It's okay. We had to drop off the rental car. And we were like, we have so much time. Let's just grab something quick, you know? And Sam was like, oh, McDonald's has got the new, like, plant burger. And I was like, yeah, let's do that. That's quick. We'll just grab that and then run home and I'll just eat on stream. And the second I went up there to get our food and they were like, can you park in Bay 1, please? I was like, fuck. And then they brought us the wrong food. Livid. Yeah, I will let you know how it is. Oop. Yes, I'll tell you all about Berkey, I promise. Oop, sorry. Everything's beeping, everything's booping. I probably look so cute. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Wait, what's on me? Oh, who gives a shit? I don't know. I don't know what's on me. But we're all gonna find out together. Come on. You know, it's one of those days. Hi. What's this? It doesn't smell. It looks like paint. But I don't remember seeing paint when I put this on. I don't know. The new plant-based McDonald's burger. We shall see how it is. Yeah, I walked through it. That's what it is. It's ghost droppings. That makes a lot of sense. I'm sitting and not in a car. What a delight. Okay, so Bergie. Bergie is just fine. They basically, like, I took a bunch of pictures for them and they were like, definitely bring her in. So I did. And we made sure she saw the same guy, like the same vet. And I learned a new phrase, or rather like a new way to put things that I didn't realize was like a UK thing. But when I would take an animal to the vet, they say, like with Bergie, he would say, how is she in herself? And the first time I was like, fine. And the second time I was like, what does that mean? And he was like, oh, it's like, does she seem like herself? So now I know that phrase. How is she in herself? Had no idea what the fuck that meant. Yeah. Fenris for Prez, welcome to the Cat Gang. Thank you very much for joining us. Yeah, if you're just showing up, I also just showed up, so welcome. Yeah, I had never heard that before. It's cute, I like it, but I was like, I want to make sure that I understand what this means. How is she in herself? It does, doesn't it? It feels like beyond how is she. It's like, how does she feel about herself? Like, how is she, you know, overall? Like, how does she view life? Yeah, it seems like so much. But anyway, so these are cheese. These are cheese because I don't give a shit today. I'll fart as many times as I have to enjoy a meal. Anyway. So, yeah. So I brought Bergie in. I'm so sorry it's taking so long for me to get here, but if you come here a lot, you know me. It takes me forever to get to the point of anything. Basically, I'm gonna hold up a finger for if you are eating or whatever and don't want to hear anything gross about a chicken's foot. Okay? If you don't want to hear gross stuff about Bumblefoot, then you can look away. Mute until my finger comes back down, okay? Great. So basically what was happening with her Bumblefoot. Bumblefoot is like it's a bacterial infection that happens in the foot, right? It's a staph infection essentially. So it can be passed onto other things. It can be really nasty. So they had looked at it and said, okay, obviously whatever you were doing has been helping, but it's not going away. We're putting her on antibiotics, right? So she's on an oral antibiotic as well as a topical one that we put on the foot, and she's on a painkiller, right? So 2 days in of doing that, suddenly there was a huge growth. Like, it basically looked like suddenly this thing was the nastiest zit I had ever seen in my life, which is why I was like, okay. So we took pictures when we first saw it, and I was like, it's not like that intense yet. We'll wait another day and kind of like keep an eye on it. And so by the next day, it was doing more of that. So I sent them a bunch of pictures. I sent them pictures from the night before and pictures from the day. And they were like, definitely on Monday, call us, bring her in. So I called. They were like, we'll make sure that she sees the same vet. Bring her in at this time. I said, okay, fine. And honestly, at the end of the day, they were like, okay, so this is good and bad. It's doing this because it's trying to get rid of the infection. Obviously, the areas that were obviously really painful for her are not as inflamed anymore. These are all like really good signs. Obviously, like areas where this mass was being stored in the foot, it's not there anymore. It's all like localizing to one place, right? But unfortunately, it means that she's got this really uncomfy bump there now. And the bump is essentially made up, and this is why my finger is up, the bump is essentially made up of like extremely hardened pus. So they were like, you know, you can peel it off. Some people do. We're not going to. What we're going to hope for is that as you continue to treat her, that the area underneath the bumble, which is why it's called Bumblefoot, because it like becomes a mass like this eventually, is hopefully the bumble, the area that's under it will heal, and then the bumble, kind of like a scab, will just fall off. So keep it clean, you know, every time you bring her in to give her antibiotic, make sure that it's cleaned. So I just started wrapping it again because they said that was fine. Like, keep it clean, you know, do the same treatments that we've been doing. We'll look at her again in a week and see how it is. But it's like good signs, but also she's probably like way more comfortable in some ways and a little bit more uncomfortable in some ways because there's just this big yucky thing on her foot right now. I was like, okay, so It's good. I'm glad that they looked at it because I've watched quite a few videos about Bumblefoot at this point, and I couldn't tell if this was like, yay, it's working, right? It's like the antibiotics are like really doing something, or if this was suddenly this has gotten way worse. Because when you watch the videos, the really bad cases of Bumblefoot are like big areas like that, right? So I was like, I hope she's okay. Bubula. It went from looking like it was pretty minor to looking really extreme, like overnight. So yeah, she's okay. And we think that it's all good signs. So there you go. No more gross chicken talk, okay? Okay, I'm gonna take a bite of this for the people who were asking if it was good. This is for you. As though I wasn't gonna eat it. This is just for you. This actually doesn't look good, but I'll eat it for you. I'm gonna take a bite over here where I can actually taste more of the burger. It's fine. It doesn't taste like a whole lot. So like the other things that are on it, when I took the bite over here, there's like a lot of like, you know, like mayo, ketchup, etc. I couldn't really taste the burger at all. Taking a bite over here, I could taste more of the burger. It doesn't taste like much, to be honest. Yeah, it's the McPlant. I'm trying it for the first time. I would say that like if you've had the Burger King one out here, I think that has more flavor than this one does. But this one is fine. Burger King veggie burgers have some kind of sorcery in them. I don't know what they do to them, but yeah, there's a lot of flavor in them for some reason. Ow! Just bit my cheek. I had a vegan spicy sub at Subway in Germany and it was surprisingly good. The Subway here has a spicy something. I don't remember it being particularly good. Oh, that's too bad. Hello, everybody. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you get McDonald's that often or Burger King, etc.? Sam eats it more often than I do. A couple times a month, maybe. Yeah, I'm actually totally fine with corn. Quorn. These, they're cheese. It's just deep fried cheese. It's a mess. It's just cheese. Imagine breading and deep frying a Baby Bell. Yeah, sorry. I'm trying to eat fast. I'll get it done soon. Yeah, it's all right. So it's a toss-up between two games. Not me starting off the stream being like, what is this all over my sweater? And then obviously like rubbing grease all over it. So Sam played a game called Vampire Survivors that has also been recommended by you guys a bit. And he said it was super fun. But then also a game came out called Strange Horticultures that I've looked at. That's like a horticulture-based, like, eldritch puzzle game. So it seems like one is more, like, story involved than the other. Both of them look really good. So I'm not sure what to do. I need to figure out what I'm in the mood for, you know? Yeah, the vamp thing seems head empty, which I might be into right now. I mean, I watched Sam play a bit of it. So I at least know what it looks like. The vampire one. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. I'm just finishing up lunch. I've sung about 20 hours into Vampire Survivor already. Oh my god. Vampire Survivors is no business being as good as it is for $3. How much was Loop Hero? I feel like people were saying the same kind of thing about Loop Hero when that came out. Oh, never mind. I'm misremembering. Hydra, we can try at the same time and see how we feel. Yeah, I feel like so much has happened. Yeah, yesterday our tires for the car were finally put on there, so we were able to bring the car back today. Took Bergie to the vet, obviously. What else? What else happened? Oh, I made a grocery order to pick up, and I was so excited. I was like, I'm on top of this shit. I'm gonna pick up all these groceries. I can't wait. I'm gonna have everything that I need. I got there. I went to open up the email to like hit the link to be like, I'm here. Bring me my groceries, right? For click and collect. And when I opened up the email, I hadn't bothered to look at it because they always send you an email afterward. It was like, sorry, it's been canceled. Your card didn't go through. And I was like, okay. So I went in and got like 4 things and then left. Fuming. So, yeah. I was really excited to be on top of my shit yesterday. I haven't finished it yet. The Pretty Little Liars Deep Dive Part 3. But, like, here's the problem. I feel like I paid really close attention to Part 1. And Part 2, I got really lost in the sauce. And Part 3, he says things and I'm like, what? I can't follow it. I can't follow it. I tune in occasionally and hear a goof. And then I'm like, wait, what? I just accepted that I'm barely getting what's happening. Yeah. Yeah. He'll point to somebody on the board and be like, and it turns out that she was dead the entire time. And I'm like, I don't even remember who that character is. I don't even remember who this character is, but we're shocked. We're shocked. She's dead. Honestly, that's how I felt watching the show. Yeah, you also kind of get that vibe. Mm-hmm. Check it out. It's a YouTuber named Mike's Mike. They did 3 parts. Literally, just step-by-step explaining everything that happens in Pretty Little Liars. And it gets so... You get so, like... Because he also puts pictures of everyone up on the wall. So with each season, there's more people. And he puts lines between everybody. It does not take long for you to be like, I don't know who half these people are anymore. I have no fucking idea. Oh, yes. I watch all of CJ the X's videos. All of them. I've been watching your content since 7th grade. I'm now in my 3rd year of college. You and the content you make has been there for me through a lot of things, including getting a whole new gender. Thank you for being dope as hell. Thank you for being here. I hope college is going well. Happy 16 months. Thanks for sticking around for so long. Yeah, It's funny because I've already watched this entire video and I opened it up to watch it again because, so yeah, this is a YouTuber named CJ the X and they do like really wild deep dives on stuff, but they did a video called The Dialectics of Rick and Morty that's really good, and it got taken down because it got a strike on it, and so they just re-uploaded it. So I was like, well, I have to open it and I have to watch it again because I want to support them. But it's also just a great video. I just wiped my mouth on my shirt, Dukes. What have you done? Why is this my fault? A bitch gets paint on themselves once and suddenly everybody wiping shit on their shirts is my business. I did nothing except sit here. I blame you for any stain I get past this point in time. No! What have I done? Oh, yeah. The one about how weird Garfield has gotten on the internet. I've also watched that one. I'm not gonna say it gave me nightmares, but I will say that sometimes when I close my eyes, I see things from that video that I don't want to see anymore. This iron does not get used for day-to-day clothes. Absolutely not. Who has the time? No. This gets used for craft projects and that is it. My mother-in-law used to iron everybody's underwear even. With 5 kids. I can't. There's a point where it's too much, okay? What was I going to do? Oh, I wanted to look up, somebody mentioned Geiger. When is Tormentum 2 coming out? Does that have a release date yet? Oh god. Coming soon, it says. It's said that for like 2 years. Maybe. Yeah, maybe like ironing time was leave mommy the fuck alone time. So just find as many things as possible to iron. This mic is fantastic. It is very expensive. It's called a Shure, S-H-U-R-E, Shure SM7B. Honestly, I think like one of us got it and then was like, because we all talk to each other, right? So somebody was like, hey, what microphone do you use? And then the next person was like, hey, what microphone do you use? And now we just all use the same fucking microphone. But to be honest, like, I think much cheaper microphones sound just fine. I'm not an audiophile, though. I'm not the sort of person who's like, I can hear the room tone. But, like, yeah, I think that there are really, really decent cheap microphones out there. So I should not buy it to sound good in Discord. No. No. Blue Yeti, is that any good? I used a Blue Yeti for a while. I know a lot of people who still use Blue Yetis. They have a variety of different ones, and they're fine. Yeah. I know, God. TB and JP, both of them. They're both so like, what is that noise? What is that noise I'm hearing? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't hear anything, so I don't know. Mm-hmm. All right. I think I've hit my food limit. Almost. I mean, it entirely depends on what you're using it for, right? Do you have need for your microphone to sound like what? You know, I audition for and record like voice auditions or you know, voice acting stuff on this microphone. I do song stuff on this microphone. I use it for a lot of stuff where I need it to be a bit more like intensive and dynamic. Not everybody's gonna need it for that shit, you know? Is McDonald's better in the UK compared to US? Everybody always asks that. I mean, McDonald's in America is sweeter. I did an audition for oh my god, what was the name of that game? A Hat in Time. Jesus, I could not remember that. I was like, Hat Kid. What's the Hat Kid game? I did a voice audition for Hat in Time when that was going to be coming out. I've done auditions for a couple of like smaller games. Most of the stuff that I book is stuff where I know somebody who's working on the game. if I'm being totally honest. I'm not the sort of person who has the chops to like consistently book stuff without somebody being able to be like, she's talented, I swear. You know? So I can acknowledge that I'm very lucky that way. The last one that I did was the Cherry Belle Damsel for Max Gentleman Sexy Business. And the one before that was the new Monster Prom stuff, both of which are games that are produced by Jesse. So, you know. Octo's been auditioning like crazy. I'm very proud. Yeah, he's fantastic. He works really hard as well. Is it Tuesday? Oh my god. Feels so weird because I didn't work yesterday. I mean, I worked, but I didn't stream. Oh my god, phone, please. Yeah. Super cousin time. Yeah, there's nothing new to report about 6040. First day of in-person classes for me. Spooky, scary. You got this. Yeah, it must be so weird though. I was talking with a friend of mine, and she was like, yeah, the company I work for sent out emails that were like, great news, everybody! We're back in the office starting next week. And she was like, what if I just don't go? Like, do I have to? My job is now permanently work from home. That's great. Some people really miss going into the office. I can appreciate that. She was just like, I literally get more done at home. Like the amount of just like bullshit, like people insisting on talking to me about nothing, or like meetings that are totally unnecessary. She was like, I'm so much more productive at home. Like, I don't know how to explain that to them. Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, I'm really shocked that like it isn't the opposite. And she was like, maybe it is for some people, but definitely not for me. You used to go to the office to stream? I did. I did, yeah. That was almost... Well, it was almost over 4 years ago. Because I stopped working at the office when I was still pregnant. And Clark's turning 4 in April. And I think I was halfway through the pregnancy when I started working from home. So... So yeah, it's been years since I've worked in an office. Do you prefer office streaming or home streaming? Now that I have a kid, I really, and some of you might be like, probably would be nice to have a reason to like get out of the house consistently. But honestly, I have a job that allows me to be a full-time parent and work full-time, which is awesome. If I had to make some kind of a trek to an office in order to do it, it would cut into time one way or the other. The ideal, I think, for both Sam and I, and we've talked about this a lot, is that, is to be able to convert like a barn or a shed or something, you know, if we manage to get a place that has just like a little bit of property on it, to have an external building that's literally just right next to the house that we can walk to. That would be amazing. That would give us both, right? Yeah, exactly. A shed for Sam to go into and scream to his heart's content. A first step to having ponies. My sister-in-law twice now has gone into the family chat and been like, guys, I'm just saying, if we all split the cost, we could get a piece of property with a lot of land. We could all live on opposite sides of it. We don't have to live anywhere near each other. Just think about it. And every single time I'm like, I'm in, let's do it. And nobody else responds. Except for my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law also was like, yeah, let's do it. And then she found a piece of property and she was like, guys, it has 10 buildings that have all been approved to be turned into different things. There would be a house for everybody. Who's in? Who's in? Who's with me? And I'm like, I'm in. I don't know what we're going to do with all those other buildings, though, because it feels like there's only 3 of us who are in. That's what my parents always wanted to do. My parents have so much property, and the ideal was like, it would be great to be like, okay, here's a house on this side of the property and it belongs to this kid. Here's a house on this side of the property and it belongs to this kid. Whatever we wanted to do with it, right? But it's so hard to get like zoning approved for stuff and get new buildings approved. Like But like, yeah, I mean, my sister's whole family, they all moved into a house together. You know, the housing market's crazy. It's really difficult for people to buy houses. So yeah, my sister and her husband and their 3 kids, who are all adults, they just bought a house together because they were like, you know. I've been looking for 9 months. Still no luck. I am considering the let's all share a house idea. Yeah. Yeah. If you move onto the 10 house property, you could build a glass dome surrounding the whole thing. They're not all next to each other. They're not all next to each other. So unless you know somebody who can make like a 10-acre glass dome, sure. Chat knows a guy. You love coffee. Me too. Bitch, me too, the fuck? I see vampire in the title. Which one? The diary one or the one Sam was playing? The diary one. The one that Sam was playing, yeah. There's two games that I'm really interested in, and I've been trying to figure out which one I want to play today. I think I'm probably going to play the vampire one because it seems very head empty, and that feels like the vibe today. But there's Strange Horticulture, which looks awesome, and Vampire Survivors, which is what Sam was playing. The dairy one. Vampire Dairy. Oh my god. Just flip the phone over. Just flip the phone over so you don't see it spazzing. Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes Benz?
Welcome, you fine cat-loving, coffee-drinking burrito babe.
Yeah. Loius Joe, welcome to the Cat Gang. Thank you very much. It all comes back to Jenny Nicholson. Oh, because we said Vampire Diaries. Through the mirror of my mind. I do, yeah. I have a coffee company. If you would like to check it out. It's based in Nebraska. If you live anywhere near there, shipping will be real nice for you. Thank you. Yeah, we've got coffee, we've got tea. We've got like a cocoa mocha mix. Some yummy stuff. Oh yeah, jigsaw puzzle? Very true. Which Arnar just finished. Congrats, Arnar. Oh yeah, I can't imagine what shipping is like to Southeast Asia. Shipping is as low as we've been able to make it with a company our size. So it used to be way worse. If you live like really far away from America and you go to buy it and you're like, holy shit, the shipping. Imagine it like significantly worse than that. We've made like huge strides that way, but a lot of times you can only do so much based on how big your company is, you know? Oh yeah, the new sub alert. It was made for me forever ago by the Darkest Dungeon devs. So it's Wayne June, who is the narrator of Darkest Dungeon. When that game got out of early access, a bunch of people who had streamed the game a lot, they basically gifted them like stream sounds. And that's what they made for us, and we've been using it ever since. Yeah, we'll ship anywhere that we are legally allowed to. I know. I'm excited to see what Darkest Dungeon 2 is like after they've worked on it for a while, because as it is, or as it was when they first let us play it, it wasn't quite the right thing for me. So what changed from 1 to 2? Oh my god, so much. It's a completely different game. Totally different beast. I think that it has the potential to be really good. It just needs some reworking. Because on paper, Darkest Dungeon 2 should be like the perfect game for me, but it's not. And I think with some I trust the team a lot. So I think once they've gotten like a lot of feedback and worked on the game for a while, I think it's going to be great. Baker Staunch! Welcome to the Cat Gang! Anybody who was just gifted a sub, Baker Staunch, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Nah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. In some ways, it's giving me, like, a lot of things that I love, you know? Yeah, Darkest Dungeon 1 at the start of its, like, early access life versus what it was when it came out. Not completely different games, but, like, so much changed over the development time. And I think the same thing's gonna happen here. Yeah, the wagon part is hard because it's meant to simulate the feeling in Darkest Dungeon 1 of going from room to room, right? And having opportunities to like find things. And so you're able to find things in the wagon, but it feels really clunky and it feels like it slows the game down. And I'm not sure how to fix that for them, but the wagon doesn't feel necessary. It feels like what the wagon does currently can be facilitated in a different way. One of the other things that drives me, well, apparently this stuff has already been adjusted quite a bit, but I haven't played it since that. They added in that, like, the characters interact with each other a lot, right? And I love that. And we get so much like lore and backstory about all of the different characters. And like, you know, in your specific run, they can like so much can happen between them. But it was pushed too far. It was too much. It was too much. And it also like the game would be like, these characters are in love, right? That can happen. So like these two characters have fallen in love with each other. That's like how tight they are. And then you'd get into a fight and they'd immediately be like shitting on one another, and their like relationship status would rapidly go down. And I'd be like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What is going on? There was so much bitching in that game. And every time it happened, the game would like stall for a second. It would like pause to show you what's going on. And it was just, the pacing of the fights was really off because it kept having to stop to be like, so-and-so hates so-and-so. Just kidding. Now they're in love. Like, okay. There's still shit to kill though, you know? So again, like those sorts of things I think can be fixed with tweaking easily. So soap opera idea. As the dungeon darkens, I would watch the shit out of As the Dungeon Darkens. Yeah, me too. I'm excited to see where it goes, the direction they take it in. Have you been playing anything off stream? Yes. I've continued to play a decent amount of Warm Snow. I've sunk maybe 20 hours into Warm Snow. That game is very fun. I haven't played any more Tavern Master. I should. Police in a Pod? Tavern Master was very fun, yeah. I'd love to play more of that. Oh my goodness. I'm starting to get really excited about one of the like guest D&D things that I'm going to be doing. I'm really jazzed about it. The character is like solidifying in my brain a bit more. Also, I think I said this, but like, I basically went to the DM and was like, do whatever you want with this character, right? Like, I'm here to help facilitate your story, whatever you need to have happen. Like, you know, let's chat, let's figure it out. And I'm now in a situation where I know, again, I think I said this, but I'm now in a situation where I know a lot about the story that none of the players know other than me. And I'm like, okay. That's fine. Yeah, I think our first game for that, I don't know when I'll be able to like say that I'm on it. But our first game I think is going to be the 21st. And then this weekend, I think, is the IO Direct, and our off-stream chat for the group I'm in for phase 3 of IO is the day after. So we'll have a better idea of the start time for that at the end of the week. And Godforged is still going. She's gonna spoil chat. I'm not. Wordle. Oh my god, I haven't done it. Are you guys ready to watch me try to do a Wordle again? Okay, strong start. Okay. Not a strong start. I got it in 3. Oh shit. I just did my 3rd and I am got it in 4. Okay. Nice, 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 nice. It's crazy that like this has happened a few times now where I've been like, I have no fucking idea, and then suddenly you're like, wait, maybe? And when you're right, it feels good, man. That's all. Okay, now I can close that.
Welcome, you fine cat-loving, coffee-drinking burrito babe.
Wordle makes you forget words existed. I don't think anybody cares if I talk about what the word was yesterday. Right? Or do we? Do we care about past words, or can I talk about past words? It should be fine, right? So the word yesterday was knoll, I think, like Knoll. And I was like, damn, that's a word that I think a lot of people know, but unless you're playing a bunch of fantasy shit, you probably don't run into that word very often. Like a grassy knoll, yeah. No, not the monster. Like a small hill, a knoll. Yeah, so a bunch of people, this is why if you saw people talking about this at all, so many people got the word, but then we're like, is that even a word? Like, sometimes, a decent amount of the time, the word... How many weeks have I done this now? Not weeks, sorry. I haven't done it for weeks. I'm a new wordler. But, okay, so I've done 13 now. I would say for the most part, they're words that people use all the time. But occasionally, it's a word where you're like... I liked proxy as well, yeah. I do my first 2 words. I guess if you play on hard mode, you have to include the letters that were, like, any letters that were confirmed the first time. I do not play on hard mode. So, my first word is notes, and my second word is braid. Those are my 2 first words every time. Aegis, that's a great word to start with. You get a lot of vowels out that way. Audio, that's a very good one. Mine is rogue or rouge, depending on how good I am at typing. Nice. I use a lewd word. Is it moist? It's the only lewd word I can think of that would be included in this game. Moist also is not a lewd word, but, you know. Throbbing? Yeah, that's a 5-letter word. Yeah, they're all 5-letter words. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, that is also. Sorry, mods. I have to go potty. I know I've barely been here, but I have to go potty. So, I'm gonna go do that. When we get back, we're gonna do this vampire game. All right? BRB. And settle down. All right. Let's kick it. Okay, what are our warnings for this game? Vampire survivors. Later. 14 and Walker baby. Can't tell who's joking. I can't tell who's joking and who's not. Oh my god. A lot of flashing lights. Can I not turn them off? Goodness. Lots of motion and lights. Okay. Wait, how come I can't... What is going on? What is happening here? I think OBS is having problems. OBS! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Thank you. Oh jeez, oh my god. Whew, sweating. Okay. No, just... Why can't I minimize you? What's happened? What is happening here? Oh my god. Okay, well, this is weird. How do I, if something... Yeah, I certainly have. Well, I mean, there's a way to get around it. You can like pop out a preview, but it's weird. But if I, click the show desktop button at the bottom. Show desktop button. Windows D. Oh! Okay. No! No, if I click on it again, it just comes back like this. Why are you like this? I did Windows... Guys, sorry. I know you can't see what I'm doing. I did Windows D. I've done it 3 times now. It takes me to desktop, but if I try to go back to OBS at all, it's just stuck again. Yeah, I did. I did all of these things. I've done all these things. Oh, Windows down arrow. This is what I'm talking about. This is the sort of shit I needed. Nope. Just kidding. Rip. God, I really don't want to take the stream down. Just because OBS is being stupid, but I might have to. I'll be right back. Don't panic. Don't go anywhere. Don't leave. Don't leave. Don't leave.